Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's exclusive webinar. Today, I'm super excited to take you on a journey into the dynamic world of artificial intelligence and data science with a special focus on the unique BTech program by Amrita University, Faridabad campus. वैसे सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं, हम बात करेंगे उन शानदार फैसिलिटीज एंड करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज की भी जो इस कैंपस को स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक परफेक्ट लॉन्च पैड बनाती हैं, जहां उनकी लाइफ, लर्निंग एंड ग्रोथ तीनों का बेस्ट वर्जन सामने आता है. So, without any further delay, let's welcome our special guest, Professor Praveen Singh Beshtuji. And let me tell you about him that he is the Chief Information Officer, CIO of Amrita Hospitals, and also Assistant Registrar of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Without any delay, शुरू करते हैं अपने सेशन को. And my first question is कि हम लोग अगर डाटा साइंसेज एंड AI को लेकर अगर हम बात अपनी शुरू करते हैं, तो यहाँ पर हम अमृता फरीदाबाद में AI एंड डाटा साइंसेज में बीटेक कोर्स की बात कर रहे हैं. So, can you give us an overview of this subject?
We all are aware in today's world, AI is playing a bigger role and it is impacting every single person. Sometimes we realize it and sometimes we don't. हम काफ़ी चीज़ें ऐसे यूज़ करते हैं जो actually AI driven है, उसके अंदर बहुत कुछ AI का फैक्टर है, but हमें पता भी नहीं है. So the point I'm trying to make is going forward it is only going to increase. So हमने इस चीज़ को मद्देनजर रखते हुए प्लस हमारे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के भी बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव्स हैं which is looking at what value add we need to do, what skill set we need to provide to our students so that they are really able to provide a startup opportunity, they're able to contribute to the society and possibly lead India to become, the world-class leader. So, with that in mind, we had experiences with our other campuses. जैसे हमारे अमृतापुरी campus, कोयम्बटूर campus में we had started this course and it's a huge success. So, similarly, we wanted to kind of replicate and not just replicate, but add more to the course here in Faridabad. So, I'm very excited and happy to share that, with this BTech. We also have MTech and PhD faculties so that we have all these opportunities available for the students.
Wow, that's wonderful. तो सर इस बीटेक कोर्स के लिए अमृता यूनिवर्सिटी कैसे औरों से एकदम डिफरेंट प्रूव होती है? हाउ इज अमृता यूनिवर्सिटी यूनिकली पोजीशन टू ऑफर दिस बीटेक कोर्स?
यस, तो जैसे आपको पता होगा जो अमृता यूनिवर्सिटी का जो फरीदाबाद कैंपस है, दैट इज सेटअप as a university campus where we started off with a hospital. That hospital is slated to be the largest in Asia. Subsequent to that, we had nursing college, medical college, and now we have this BTech in AI and data science, right? So from the uniqueness perspective, one, we have this vast experience of providing world-class education. We have this infrastructure which is very unique. A very premier, I would say, infrastructure that is available in the Delhi NCR region, one of its kind. So definitely it is giving us that opportunity and we are able to attract the faculties which have good research background as well as academic interest and brings valuable industry experience also. So all these three, research, academic and industry, is what we are able to attract easier in Delhi than in some other campuses. So I think we are very uniquely positioned here in Amrita University Faridabad campus.
Okay, sir, जिस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की आप बात कर रहे हैं, तो कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन इन द पॉइंट्स, इन फ्यू पॉइंट्स कि किस तरह के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं वहाँ पर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए?
हाँ जी, जरूर. तो of course the first and foremost is their academic side of things. So where we have their classroom, which are high-tech classrooms. We have smart boards, we have big screen TVs, we have speaker systems so that the faculties are well heard by the students. And additionally, we ensure that the classrooms are all air conditioned, so provides that the student doesn't have to worry about अरे गर्मी लग रही है, पंखा on करो, and all those other problems are not to be worried about. So they can purely focus on their studies. Yes, so that makes it easier. That is on the academic side. Similarly, hostel side में भी आजकल आपको पता ही है गर्मियों के मौसम में just unbearable. स्पेशली अभी अप्रैल खत्म नहीं हुआ है, बट गर्मी इतनी हो गई है कि बहुत मुश्किल होती है स्टूडेंट्स को. तो देयर ऑल्सो वी हैव all the hostel rooms are air conditioned. And of course, we have other facilities, including gymnasium, playground, and other factor, and being part of a bigger campus. So they do have opportunities to interact with other students. So हमारे यहाँ medical MBBS के बच्चे हैं, nursing, BSc, MSc के बच्चे हैं. So they have a good mix, both culturally and also socially. So that way they have a good overall well-rounded growth as an individual.
वाओ, इट मीन्स अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लेवल पे देखें तो जो अमृता यूनिवर्सिटी फरीदाबाद कैंपस बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज अपने स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोवाइड कराता है. देन सर, अब अगर यहीं हम एआई एंड डाटा साइंसेज कोर्स की बात करें तो अमृता के फरीदाबाद कैंपस से इसको कंपेयर करें तो ये और दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूट से किस तरह से डिफरेंट है?
हाँ जी, तो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड वेरी रेलेवेंट क्वेश्चन. Because like I mentioned earlier, हमने जब ये शुरू करा था, we started with a hospital, right? So we have a world-class facility here with a lot of high-end equipments, including robots. We have state-of-the-art laboratory. We have a research center also. So now with the development in AI, the application of AI specifically in healthcare has become the cutting edge, and we can see with a small application, a small tool in if we are able to provide that to the patient, to the doctors, the healthcare services that we are providing is majorly improved. And I can give some examples later on during this session, but it has huge potential. So with that, we are able to use the healthcare facility that we have as a hospital. We are able to use the trained doctors that we have. They have big experience. They know how we can leverage technology using AI, and we are able to work hand in hand with the doctors. So a lot of our students are able to do projects with the doctors directly and work on some real life situations, real life examples.
Okay, सर, जहां हम लोग बात कर रोबोटिक की तो क्या really do we have some kind of robots also, or can we plan?
जहाँ तक robots की बात है तो I think we all get a picture जिसमें we have some robots moving with hands and all that. So it's not just limited to that, right? So robots could be in different varying shapes. So when I'm talking about robots, these are mainly surgical robots. So they are actually controlled by the surgeon, but with such a precision that humanly it's not possible. So that is one part of it. And then similarly, along with robot, we have virtual reality where you can do a lot of treatment planning. So समझ लीजिए एक डॉक्टर को सर्जरी करनी है.
जी जी.
पेशेंट को काटने खोलने के बाद you have some situation, but if you can pre-practice that and looking at his scans, you can get a 3D image. From 3D image, you have a virtual kind of a reality, VR as we call it, or augmented reality. You are able to do that surgery much more effectively and more precisely. So those are the advantages that it brings to the doctor, and it can save a life of a patient, which is precious, right? So there is absolutely no value we can attach to it.
बिल्कुल. देन सर, एशिया के सबसे बड़े प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेज के साथ मौजूद होने से हाउ डज बीइंग co-located with Asia's largest private medical college enhance learning opportunities for students in this program?
Yeah, so the one of the unique provisions that we have made is there are no final exams for the students. So what we do is a project-based learning. We call it PBL. So it's a project-based learning where every student is given, a group of students are given a project, and a lot of them can be healthcare related. So they are actually working on some real life situations. So they actually interact with some of the physician, doctors, and then see कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं जिससे patient का फायदा हो. So it could be on various aspects. One is the accessibility of healthcare. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग हेल्थ केयर को रीच कर पाएं. सेकेंड इज अफोर्डेबिलिटी, द प्राइस दैट दे हैव टू पे हैज टू बी रिड्यूस्ड. And then third, the appropriateness of the treatment. So we have accessibility, affordability, appropriate. In the sense, you are using the right treatment for a patient. And finally, accuracy of it. So it's like the 4 A's I would like to call accessibility, affordability, appropriateness, and accuracy. So these all 4 are effectively managed when we have students work with doctors and work on some real life examples.
Okay, so sir, if I'm not wrong, जैसा कि मैंने सुना कि फाइनल एग्जाम्स, स्टूडेंट्स को फाइनल एग्जाम्स नहीं फेस करने पड़ते, प्रोजेक्ट वाइज उनको आगे बढ़ने का मौका मिलता है, तो आई थिंक दैट इज अ बेस्ट फैसिलिटी, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स को और क्या चाहिए कि हम प्रैक्टिकली आगे बढ़ने का मौका मिल रहा है.
हाँ जी, या
हमें सर, हम यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स की हम और आगे बात करें तो स्टूडेंट्स किस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट्स या इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च पर काम कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली इन द कोलैबोरेशन with the medical school?
हाँ जी, so I'll give you some examples. There are various projects that we're working on. For example, dermatology में हमने कई बार देखा है कि जो पेशेंट्स होते हैं उनकी स्किन कंडीशन, त्वचा की कंडीशन आप देखते ही यू कैन डू अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ स्क्रीनिंग, बट पेशेंट हिमसेल्फ इज नॉट अवेयर ऑफ इट. करेक्ट. तो उनको तो लगता है कुछ लालपन हो रहा है, कुछ खुजली हो रही है, तो मेरे को डॉक्टर को दिखाना चाहिए. वर्सेस इट कुड बी वेरी वेरी नॉन प्रॉब्लमैटिक एंड यू नीड नॉट गो टू अ डॉक्टर फॉर सच स्मॉल थिंग्स. सो अभी क्या है, अगर हम अपने सेलफोन से उसका फोटो लेके, हमारा एक ऐप है, अगर फोटो ले लें तो उसी से AI के बेस में वी कैन डू एनालिसिस एंड इट विल एटलीस्ट इंडिकेट टू द पेशेंट अगर आपको आगे रेफर करने की जरूरत है कि दिस इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, एंड देन ऑब्वियसली डॉक्टर कैन prescribe some ointment which you can apply and then you'll be perfectly fine. This is just one simple example where it can prevent. समझ लो कोई दूर दराज गांव में कोई मरीज है, उसको त्वचा का कोई प्रॉब्लम होता है, उसके लिए वो कोई शहर में आके किसी डॉक्टर को दिखाना चाहता है. Just giving an example of how effective can be. Then secondly, I'll give you an example where now with the advent of thermal scans, so thermal scans can be done to screen breast cancer. So breast cancer the prevalence has really increased quite a lot, unfortunately, but with the right technique we can reduce that burden. नहीं तो बहुत लोग बड़े बड़े tertiary care hospitals में आते हैं and then you choke those hospital whereas they could be treating some real patient with real needs. इसमें we can screen out the patients who are not to worry about and then only focus on patients who have higher risk in this case. So those are some of the examples, and then there are other. आजकल AI में आपने conversational AI के बारे में सुना होगा, agentic AI के बारे में सुना होगा. तो we can now use agentic AI जिसमें आप हॉस्पिटल के नंबर को कॉल कर रहे हैं and then it's a chatbot or a AI agent that is conversing with the patient and also fixing an appointment for the patient. So that has been very very well received by the patients and it has worked for us tremendously.
Very interesting, sir. Very interesting. And so now, how does the School of AI at Amrita support innovation and a real-world application for AI and data science students? And इसके आंसर को आप किस तरह से हमारे व्यूअर्स और खासकर स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ा सा इजीली समझाएंगे?
Sure, I'll try my level best. बट जैसे हम ये कुछ एग्जाम्पल दे रहे थे, मैं एक सिंपल से एग्जाम्पल और आपको देना चाहूंगा. समझ लीजिए एक मरीज है, कोई दूर दराज से आया, उसको डॉक्टर्स ने मेडिकेशन दी. आजकल स्पेशली जो एल्डरली पेशेंट्स होते हैं उनके 5-10 मेडिकेशन आर कॉमन. लाइक माय मदर herself is taking 6 medication and over 3 times in a day. So आपको 15 करीब मेडिकेशन लेनी होती है. And it's not easy, with age you also forget and you get confused. So we have an app which can remind the patient appropriately कि आपको ये दवाई इतने बजे लेनी है, इस कलर की है, मतलब क्योंकि पेशेंट को कई बार पता नहीं होता. Second, those reminders can be in the voice of the doctor, क्योंकि डॉक्टर ने शुरू में पेशेंट से बात करी होगी, उसको पता होगा, तो patient is able to relate to doctor's voice more than a robotic voice, for example. So we can mimic the voice of a doctor, and then those reminders for the medication can be given to that patient at the right time in doctor's voice. So that it's just an example that I want to portray. It can be
wonderful example, sir.
Yes. So likewise, we have our hospital, for example, is a huge facility. Like we said, it's the largest in Asia, and we have around 60 operation theaters. And उनको manage करना, operation theater is the most bottleneck in terms of process for a patient. क्योंकि सर्जरी जहाँ होती है वहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज लेने पड़ते हैं and it is very very critical. So उसका entire scheduling of operation theater is done using our AI tools now. So it has not only improved the efficiency but also increased the patient safety factor. So these are again small examples here and there, but the list goes long, and we're able to engage the students very effectively. And like I said, it's a real life problem they are working on, which is contributing to reducing the cost and making the healthcare more effective.
सब परफेक्ट एंड वंडरफुल एग्जांपल्स यू आर गिविंग कि मतलब छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल से चीजें कितनी आसानी से समझ में आ रही हैं. एंड द एग्जांपल व्हिच यू हैव गिवन ऑन द रिमाइंडर, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि वो सिर्फ बुजुर्गों की प्रॉब्लम है. आई थिंक कि मुझको भी ऐसे रिमाइंडर्स की इवन आज की जो पर्टिकुलर लाइफ है उसमें अक्सर लोगों को इस चीज की जरूरत पड़ती है. तो इन सारी चीजों से समझ में आता है कि कितनी इजीली चीजों को समझाई जाती है यहाँ पर चीजें स्टूडेंट्स को, और इवन जो पेशेंट्स हैं उनके लिए चीजों को इजी बनाया जाता है उनकी पढ़ाई के थ्रू. सो नाउ सर, क्या कैंपस में अब कोई प्रेजेंटली एआई पावर्ड हेल्थ केयर इनोवेशन डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में है इन विच स्टूडेंट्स कैन गेट एक्टिवली इन्वॉल्व्ड?
Yeah, so in our facility, we have a high-class international research center. It's a 7-story building with a GMP lab of its own, which focuses very high on the bioinformatics, biochemistry and nanotechnology. So उनके साथ भी हमारे बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं, और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का बायो एआई करके एक फोकस एरिया है. They want bio and AI together, and this unique combination is only here in Faridabad campus. So we are very happy that we are able to utilize that capacity that we have, and leverage the faculties. We have the expertise from different areas, and we are able to utilize that to bring to the forefront of research, and in the whole process, hopefully we'll take our country forward, because these are some of the very challenging areas also, because in the West, China is also leapfrogging in a lot of AI related areas. So if we join hands with the government and with other institutions, we can also do a great job. So yes, so we are trying very best, and we hope for the best.
अब सर थोड़ा सा करिकुलम की तरफ आएंगे, तो यहाँ पर कोर टेक एंड हेल्थ केयर एआई सेक्टर्स में करियर बनाने के लिए हाउ इज द करिकुलम टेलर टू हेल्प students build strong career paths?
Yes, so when it comes to career path, as you know, AI is going to be the future, right? अभी जैसे बोला गया है कि it is the fastest growing in terms of the number of jobs in the market. So not only we teach them basic AI skills, we also look at their career competency, where it could be soft skills, communication. We also look at the entrepreneurship side of things. So we have to kind of inculcate that spirit of entrepreneurship if somebody is interested, because now AI gives you that tool which you can easily take up and start with an idea that you have. We always say that in AI, your imagination is your limitation. AI has no other limitation. How much you can imagine is what AI can potentially do. So we try to encourage our students. We have different clubs for the students: cultural club, sports club, and we have a separate AI club, robotics club, and IoT club. So where students can even post their academic classroom learning, they continue to collaborate, work very effectively with our faculty members, which brings in a lot of industry experience, and we are able to deliver those extra so to say booster, we call it, which is over and beyond their academic requirements.
एंड सर, इसके बाद अगर हम इंटर्नशिप की बात पर आए तो यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इंटर्नशिप की क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, स्पेशली विद एन अमृता हॉस्पिटल एंड एफिलिएटेड रिसर्च सेंटर्स?
Yeah, so Amrita Hospital, if you look at it, it's essentially like an industry of its own, because hospital में क्या है, आपके employees हैं, तो you need a human resource department. Hospital में there are patients coming, you need a hospitality department. You have a supply chain department, because you need to use so many medications, so many consumables, and you have a the whole patient interaction part of it, which is the OPD and IPD. Then I talked about operation theaters. Then if you look at it, the pharmacy itself is a huge in terms of its requirement. So we have all these areas where we do need small projects where they study the workflow, they understand the processes, and then they come up with some suggestion कि अगर हम ऐसा करें तो इतना improvement होगा, इतनी cost saving होगी. And we are able to absorb a lot of our students alone. तो उनको यहाँ पे तो ऑप्शन है ही, साथ में वी हैव अ गुड इंडस्ट्री कोलैबोरेशन हियर. We do give them exposure to various industries, and being in Delhi NCR, it just makes it so much easier. आप गुड़गांव में जाइए, there are so many industries, high tech industry. Noida में there is high tech industries, and Faridabad is right in between Gurgaon and Noida, so it's very well placed. And so we are finding it, very, very exciting to have this campus with all our students joining in, and we are looking for a very successful future for all of them.
अल्टीमेट सर. देन क्या अब ये सब इंटर्नशिप करने के बाद क्या स्टूडेंट्स इन कोर्सेज के जरिए स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेशन या प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स में भी पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं?
एब्सोल्युटली, जैसे मैंने बोला सभी एरियाज अवेलेबल हैं. दे कैन do a hardcore AI kind of a work in future, or they can look at the business opportunity and become an entrepreneur and come up with some innovation, or they can join any different industry, because all the industries now require AI engineers and data analysts. So we have all this kind of 360 degree in terms of career options for them.
एंड आई थिंक कि अभी तक के जो भी कंक्लूजन निकलता है अपने इस सेशन का, मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ें एंड मुझसे ज़्यादा हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को, हमारे व्यूअर्स को मालूम पड़ी हैं अपने इस इंस्टीट्यूट को लेकर. देन माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि इस स्पेशलाइज्ड प्रोग्राम से ग्रेजुएट होने के बाद व्हाट काइंड ऑफ करियर पाथ और हायर एजुकेशन अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैन स्टूडेंट्स परस्यू?
So we have a lot of, as a university, Amrita University has collaboration with a lot of international universities, include Stanford, include UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, UCSD, University of California, San Diego, Ohio State University. Actually, I'm from Ohio State University. I did my master's there, and then also with a lot of IITs, we are also collaborating. So there are huge opportunity in terms of higher education. And similarly, on the startup front also, we are working on a lot of exposure of students to hackathon, so that they know quick problem solving skills, and which is very, very important, especially in this age where AI is changing so much rapidly, with every month, so to speak, there is a new technology. So we are not too big here. We are small enough. We are very nimble. We are able to change. We are able to adapt. We are able to introduce new elective courses as the technology is evolving. So I think we are very well poised, and we are setting up our students for a brighter future by equipping them with all the relevant, skill sets.
So that was our insightful conversation on the AI and Data Science BTech program at Amrita University, Faridabad, with our special guest. So हम दिल से धन्यवाद करना चाहेंगे अपने गेस्ट का इतने वैल्यूएबल इंसाइट्स और इंस्पायरिंग बातों का हमसे शेयर करने के लिए. सबसे पहले मैं धन्यवाद करूंगी. थैंक यू सो मच सर कि आप हमारे सेशन के साथ जुड़े एंड हमारे स्टूडेंट्स एंड व्यूअर्स को इतनी सारी जानकारियां दी.
Thank you to Dainik Jagran INEX for arranging this. It's always good to kind of participate in some interaction with the student. We didn't have student interaction, but of course you asked all the relevant questions. And finally, I just want to give one final advice to the student, that I invite you all to be part of this transformational journey. It's not just a course, I would say. AI is going to transform the world, and we can be the leader. India can be the leader, and we want more and more of young, bright brains to join us.
बिल्कुल सर, एंड आई थिंक कि आपकी एडवाइस हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगी. थैंक यू सो मच सर. एंड आई एम श्योर कि हमारे व्यूअर्स को इस सेशन से काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा. अगर आप चाहेंगे ऐसे ही और अपडेट्स और इनसाइड स्टोरीज फ्रॉम अमृता यूनिवर्सिटी, तो जुड़े रहिए INEX Live के साथ. We will be back soon with another exciting session right here on the same platform. Till then, stay curious, stay inspired, and thank you for being here with us.